This morning, the President met with Environmental Protection Agency Administrator Pruitt. One of the topics that they discussed, of course, was the President's upcoming decision on the Paris Climate Accords. As I've told you overseas, this is the subject that the President is spending a great deal of time on, and one that he spoke to the G7 members about during their meetings. Ultimately, he wants a fair deal for the American people, and he will have an announcement coming on that shortly.
I know the President hasn't made a public decision on the Paris agreement, and I know you don't want to get out ahead of him, but on the more broad issue of climate change, can you say whether or not the President believes that human activity is contributing to the warming of the climate?
Honestly, I haven't asked him.
Okay.
I can get back to you.
And do you feel like that is a decision he's still trying to make?
I don't know. I honestly haven't asked him that specific question. Deborah.
Let me finish, please. Thank you, Sean, for calling on me. Angela Merkel's quote, "We Europeans must really take our destiny into our own hands." How did the President react to that? And will this have any effect on what he wants to do, what he decides to do with Paris?
No, I think he, like I said a moment ago, the President believes that seeing Europe and other NATO countries increase their burden sharing is a very positive thing for their own countries, for NATO as a whole, and for the United States. To see these individuals heed the call that he has so eloquently put out over the last several, frankly, well over a year. But when you look at the comments that the Secretary General made, he recognizes that the President's rhetoric has had an extremely positive effect on the strengthening of NATO and other countries stepping up the percent of their own GDP that they're putting towards their common national defense. That benefits everybody. It benefits us, it benefits NATO, and it benefits themselves.
And will it affect his decision on Paris?
What, I'm sorry?
Will it have any effect on his decision on
I don't,
Paris?
obviously, that's what he ultimately decides is up to him.